My goodness.
The crowd, Dave, has woken up.
Unbelievable. And look at that flat rollout mouse. Wow. Looking for another championship trophy here.
One of the greatest matches in the history of the Race Parade Tour.
So the serve, Killian. Tell everyone how a serve works in handball.
Well, serve is the very starting point of a rally.
That thing was nasty. One of the best serves of the tournament.
First, you have to start in between these two red lines. You have to bounce it and then hit it. And then the ball has to hit the front wall and it has to bounce over the back line. If it bounces before, it's a short ball, so it has to bounce over, and then it can hit any wall after that. It has to bounce once before it hits the back wall first.
So take me through the three-wall serve. What's the purpose of it?
Three-wall serve is more like of an offensive defensive. Like it can work as a point gainer, but realistically it's for a bad return to get into an offensive shot on the return of serve.
Then we've got the power serve. What's the point of the power serve?
The power serve is a point gainer. You're going for the straight ace and also a weak return, but it's usually to get the ace.
That power serve that she's snapping up and that crack, and she does it again back to back. Crowd is, they're oohing and awing here, shaking their heads.
It's a very powerful serve. It takes a lot of out of you, and it's very low and goes very fast.
Perfect. Show it off. I know you're good. He's good at the power serve.
So we start in the middle of the court because then you want the option of going left or right. You want to get it as close to the back line as possible, but over, and as close to the side wall as possible.
Here's the one that gets me, the lob serve. What makes that so effective? Why do people use it?
It changes the pace. You know, because people are so fast or so used to returning serves going so fast all the time, if it changes the pace, it changes like the point of contact for people. You know, they're not used to swinging a bit slower. And also it can be a deadly serve when you hit it so close to the sidewall. People are afraid to hit the hand against the sidewall. You usually always expect a defensive shot.
Look at this flat mouse right there from Dave Fink. And look at that flat rollout mouse.
Rollout or nothing for Armando.
Unbelievable.
And now Mando Ortiz with the ultimate shot, the one that ends all points if it happens, the kill shot, right?
Yes, the kill shot. There's a lot of terminology, kill shot. The professional way is a kill shot, flat roll shot,
Rollout.
a mouse shot, a sapo shot, you can say it. Yeah, it goes something like this. And that's a kill shot.
Can we just do a highlight reel of just Armando's kill shots?
Over.
Yep, I agree with Luis. It is an avoidable.
The avoidable hinder is one of the most complicated shots to call in the game for referees, but it's a shot that players and referees alike must know. So Emmett Peixoto and I are going to demonstrate an example of an avoidable hinder. Now Emmett's going to have a big setup here in the center of the court, and it's my responsibility to move out of the way, but if I don't move out of the way, he'll be awarded with the winning point. And that should have been an avoidable.
Right. There's an avoidable given to Dave Fink there.
Here's another example of an avoidable hinder.
And then there's the hinder. So I guess the main difference between an avoidable hinder and just a hinder is that with an avoidable, you would lose the point or lose the rally, whereas with a hinder, you would replay the point.
Hinder ball.
So it's unavoidable in this case, I guess. You basically get in the way and it happened so quickly that there was no way you could have gotten out of the way.
Hold it.
So this is a hinder.
Point.
Bringing in the four walls in four-wall handball. Of course, there's the back wall that we deal with, and we'll hear a couple terms as far as that goes. There's the back wall pass and the back wall kill. And the back wall kill you see over and over again. What is it?
Absolutely. So the back wall kill is your offensive shot off the back wall. So it's when the ball comes off the front wall, bounces once, travels to the back wall, and you have to take it before it bounces the second time. So the kill shot, you're going to aim the ball really low on the front wall, and the objective is to get the ball to bounce twice before your opponent can get to it, or have it roll out even better.
This is a big setup again. I mean, it's textbook, right?
These pros make it look so easy. If you try it at home, it's really hard. It looks like when you have to practice a ton, but you guys make it look really easy. Are you ready to do it?
Ready?
All right, show it off.
Another term you'll hear is a back wall pass. The player will take the ball off the back wall and hit it
Incredible pass shot there.
either to the right or to the left, kind of off the wall, and it will go past your opponent so they can't retrieve it.
Hit it just a little harder than Daniel was able to catch up to.
You see Sean fading away there.
Nice shot.
Straight from Ireland, no one better to show us the Irish whip than Diarmaid Nash. All right, so what is the Irish whip?
It's a kind of a stand, or for a sidearm shot, you're kind of bent over, whereas it's more of an upright kind of swing, more up and down.
Yeah, what's the strategy? What makes it effective?
Well, what makes it's a very easy swing, I guess. So if the ball is kind of coming along the walls, whereas you might kind of like, if it's sidearm, it's very easy to kind of mishit it. Whereas an underhand kind of Irish whip, you know, less chance of missing the ball basically, kind of, and it's a lot easier on the body than a sidearm swing. So the Irish whip is up and down swing, so like a pendulum. So it's just.
So we call it an Irish whip, but you don't.
Yeah, we just, I mean, we all do it, so I guess we just call it like an underhand shot.
Oh, nice shot right there.
Great shot.
Another shot is the paddle shot. What is that?
That's like a dump shot, so it's your opponent hits the ball very hard at you, and you take all the pace off the ball. You just try and dump it into the corner so that it bounces twice really quickly before. So if he's at the back of the court and he hits it very hard, you just touch it so that it just hits the front wall and dies real quickly.
There we go.
Huge hop on that serve.
This amazing serve that we've been talking about. Watch how he goes over the top, that'll reverse to the right.
If you ever watch a Daniel Cordova match, you're going to hear about a hop serve because you're the ultimate hop artist. But what does that even mean?
It's when you put a certain spin on the ball that when it hits the floor, it jumps to either way. So it keeps your opponents guessing every time. And if you get a couple, they don't know where you're going, and then they're all stiff, and they don't. It's hard to return a hop serve when it's like a big hop.
It's kind of like a curveball.
Yeah, except it takes a curve when it hits the floor. It is kind of a curveball, but it takes a sharp turn when it touches the floor.
Okay, show it up. Ready?
Yeah.
Let's see if you can do it. I saw it again! Did you see it?
Natural is really like, so it means that when it's going straight down, it'll jump to the left if you're a right-handed player. So like you thought I was gonna hit you, and it jumped away from you. So when you're returning the serve, you're thinking it's coming straight and you're ready, and all of a sudden you're reaching out and barely getting it.
Wow.
Point.
See, Cooney's so late getting there, and that's because the ball's hopping.
3 more terms you guys are going to help me out with. Ready? V pass, fly kill, corner kill. What are they?
I like that shot. You call that the skinny V?
That's right.
So V pass is a shot that you hit to get your opponent out of position. If they're in the center and you're on the side, you hit a V pass to make and go and get it in the back, and you take control of the center of the court. So this is how you hit it.
That was a beautiful pass.
Look at that fly kill.
So a fly kill is when your opponent is kind of in the back court. He hits a defensive shot to try to get you in the back, but you run up and you cut it off. You don't let the ball bounce. You cut it off, and it gives your opponent a lot less time to react because he's running back from back here. He's thinking you're gonna run back and give him time. If you go up and fly him, it catches him off guard. And usually, you don't have to be that exact with your shot because he's all the way back court, so we'll demonstrate one.
Left corner kill mouse. Oh, beautiful shot. Look at that right corner kill.
So the corner kill, you hit it, it's just like a regular kill shot, but when you hit the corner, it creates a little bit of an angle, so it goes away from your opponent. So you want to do it away from your opponent. If your opponent is pinned on the right-hand wall, instead of shooting just a regular low kill shot down the left, you can hit a corner down the right, and it'll create an angle so it'll stay more up closer to the front wall.
Wow, what a shot. Let's talk about the Race for 8 Pro rules. On the Race for 8, in the main draw, we play best of 3 games, each game to 15. You must win by 2 points in each game. Each player is given 2 60-second timeouts per game, 1 30-second timeout per game. In between games is 4 minutes. Now, Emmett, let's talk a little bit about what happens if you lose in the main draw and you drop into the playoffs where you play 1 game to 25.
That's correct. You play 1 game to 25. It depends on where you lose in the main draw. So if you lose in the first round, which is the round of 16, you drop down and you play a bracket with everybody else that lost in the round of 16, and you play off for 9th place. If you lose in the quarterfinals, you play everybody else that lost in the quarterfinals, you play 1 game to 25, and you try and battle it out for 5th place.
Those are the rules on the Race for 8, so when you're watching this weekend on ESPN3, you're all set.